Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Slow English Stories, your favorite place for new English learning lessons. In this video, we will practice English with a beautiful love story. This story is designed to help you improve your vocabulary, your listening comprehension, and your speaking fluency. It is a story about a girl named Lily Mitchell, a young woman whose life was ordinary until one fateful night. This story is about resilience, friendship, and the power of love to heal even the deepest wounds. One night, it is raining heavily. The sky is a dark shade of charcoal, and the wind is blowing fiercely through the city streets. Lily is on her way home, riding her bike very fast to escape the cold rain. The raindrops are heavy and blur her vision. Suddenly, as she turns a sharp corner, the bike slips on the wet pavement and she falls violently to the ground. Her world spins and everything becomes quiet. When she finally opens her eyes, she finds herself in a hospital bed, surrounded by white walls and the smell of antiseptic. This painful accident changes her whole life forever, taking her on a journey she never expected. I will tell this story sentence by sentence, slowly and clearly. I want you to pause the video after each sentence and repeat after me. Try to mimic my pronunciation and intonation. This method will help you improve your listening, speaking, and confidence in English. Take a deep breath. Relax your body, let go of any stress, and let's start our English story together here on Slow English Stories. Chapter 1: The Accident. My name is Lily Mitchell, and this is the story about a bike accident that changes my life forever. It begins on a dark, rainy evening in November. I remember the sound of the rain hitting the metal of my bike. I ride my bike fast, pushing myself to get home before the storm gets worse. The road is slippery and dangerous, but I am in a hurry and I do not slow down. I am young and I think I am invincible. Suddenly, my front tire skids. I lose my balance. I fall. The impact is hard. Everything goes black as I lose consciousness on the cold, wet road. I wake up much later in the hospital. The lights are too bright and my head is spinning. My head hurts with a dull, constant throb. My leg hurts too. It feels heavy and wrapped in thick bandages. A nurse with a gentle smile comes to my bedside. She looks at her clipboard and then at me. She asks, "You are awake, Lily. How do you feel? Do you know where you are?" I struggle to speak because my throat feels dry. I say, "My head hurts. My leg. It feels broken." The nurse speaks in a calming voice. "You have had a very serious accident, Lily. You have a concussion and a broken leg, but you are safe now. You are in good hands. For now, you just need to rest and let the doctors take care of you." Chapter 2: Meeting Ryan. Days pass slowly in the hospital. The routine is always the same: breakfast, medicine, physical therapy, and sleep. I try to walk using crutches, but it is very hard, and every step feels like a mountain. I feel lonely and a bit depressed. One afternoon, I go to the hospital common room to get some fresh air. There, I see a young man. He is sitting in a wheelchair by the large window, staring out at the trees. His name is Ryan Cooper. I find out that he also had a bike accident, though his was much worse than mine. His head and leg were badly damaged, too. I decide to introduce myself. I say, "Hi, I'm Lily. I've seen you in the hallway a few times." He turns his head and gives me a tired but kind smile. He says, "Hi, I'm Ryan. It's nice to have some company. I see you have leg problems, too. It looks like we both had a bit of bad luck." We both laugh, and for the first time since the accident, I feel a little bit better. We talk for hours. We talk about our accidents, but we also talk about our lives before the hospital. We talk about our favorite music, our families, and our hobbies. I tell him I love to play the piano, and he tells me he loves to paint landscapes. I laugh and say, I think we match perfectly. Two broken bikers in one hospital. Ryan laughs too. He says, yes, we're the same. Maybe that's why we met. I tell him about my favorite place in the city. I go to Riverside Library every Saturday. I love reading there because the windows are huge and you can see the river while you get lost in a story. Ryan's eyes light up. That sounds nice. I like reading too. I prefer history books though. Maybe when we are both better, I will see you there. Chapter 3. Friendship and the Dark. Days pass and we become friends. Then, as we spend every afternoon together, we become best friends. We eat our lunch together every day, sharing stories and jokes. I start to look forward to seeing him every morning. I push his wheelchair to the small park in the hospital courtyard. We talk about everything, from the books we are reading to our fears about the future. I tell him I'm afraid I will never walk without a limp. He tells me he is afraid he will never be able to hike in the mountains again. One night, something scary happens. The hospital is quiet, and I am pushing Ryan back to his room after a late session in the common room. Suddenly, the lights flicker and then go out completely. A power outage. Everything becomes pitch black. I have a secret. I am very afraid of the dark. It makes me feel trapped and helpless. Without thinking, I stop the wheelchair and run to Ryan, holding on to his shoulders tightly. Ryan doesn't move, but he reaches up and holds my hands. He holds me tight too. He says, Lily, do not be afraid. I am here with you. I am right here. I will not let anything happen to you. Just breathe. The lights come back on a few minutes later. I am still holding on to him, my heart racing. I still hold Ryan even though the room is bright again. When I hold Ryan, my fear goes away. He makes me feel safe. Ryan looks up at me and says, Lily, are you okay? The power is back. The current is back. I quickly let go and my face turns red with embarrassment. I say, I'm so sorry. I'm a little afraid of the dark. Actually, I am very afraid of the dark. Ryan smiles at me, a look of pure kindness in his eyes. He says, Not a little, Lily. I think you are very afraid. But don't worry, your secret is safe with me. We both laugh, and the bond between us feels stronger than ever. Chapter 4. Hidden Feelings. After that night, everything changes in my heart. We become even closer, but we do not say we love each other. The words feel too big, too heavy. Days pass and I feel something different. This is not just friendship anymore. I realize that I love him. I love the way he listens, the way he smiles, and the way he makes me feel brave. I can't hide it anymore. I decide that I have to tell him how I feel before one of us leaves the hospital. One day we are sitting in the park. The sun is warm and the birds are singing. I take a deep breath and look at him. I start to say, Ryan, I have to tell you something. I've been thinking a lot lately, But just as I'm about to say the words, a nurse comes running towards us. She says, Ryan, it is time for your medicine and your physical therapy session. The doctor is waiting. I can't tell him. I feel sad and my heart sinks. The moment is gone. More days pass and my leg is healing well, and I can walk much better now. The doctor comes to my room one morning with good news. He says, Lily, your condition is much better. You have worked hard. You can go home in a few days. I feel happy because I miss my home, but I also feel a deep sadness. I realize going home means leaving Ryan. Sometimes I see Ryan looking at me for a long time when he thinks I am not watching. I wonder if he feels the same way. Maybe he loves me too. My heart beats fast every time I think about the possibility. The next day, Ryan comes to my room. He looks very nervous and he is playing with the hem of his shirt. He starts to say, Lily, I have something important to tell you. I have been wanting to say this for a while. I don't know if this is the right time, but Suddenly, the door opens and the doctor comes in with Ryan's parents. The doctor says, Ryan, your parents are here. They have some news. We need to go to the office to talk. Ryan looks at me, his eyes full of things he wants to say. He says, I will tell you tomorrow morning, Lily. I promise. I will come to your room at 7 a.m. I smile and say, okay, I will be waiting. Chapter 5. The Disappearance. I wait all night. I am so curious and I feel happy. I think maybe he finally wants to say he loves me. I can't sleep because I'm imagining our future together. But in the morning, something unexpected happens. It is 7 a.m. I look at the door and wait for Ryan to wheel himself in. 7:15 a.m., nothing. 8 a.m., I still wait, my anxiety growing. 8:30 a.m., still nothing. Every single day for weeks, Ryan has come to my bed